Brand loyalty in Vietnam is falling, with inflation top of mind for 63% of Vietnamese shoppers. Price sensitivity is reshaping how and where people spend. To expound on this, we have Peter Christou from Kantar. So, Peter, what has been driving the decline in brand loyalty among consumers?
So certainly brand loyalty is being challenged. And I don't think that's because consumers don't care, but it's because they have more power, more pressure, and also more options than ever before. I would say there's probably two key areas that I would like to mention. So the first one is around the economic pressures. Vietnamese consumers have been through quite a turbulent time recently, from the pandemic to inflation and the continued macroeconomic uncertainty that we're facing today. And this has heightened price sensitivity, and it's driving shoppers to make more affordable decisions and constantly reassess their brand choices. The second element I would mention is around availability. So the market in Vietnam is characterized by increasing availability of options. And what I mean by that is both product that I can buy, but also places that I can shop. So if we look at the Kantar innovation research data, the sheer number of products hitting the shelves has doubled over the last 10 years. But the success of those products has halved. It means that there's constantly new products being flooded into the market. And therefore, consumers have choices that they need to make in order to decide what to buy. And that abundance of choice makes it easy for them to change brands. And lastly, as I mentioned, in terms of where I shop, so there's more and more options available to me in terms of online, offline, and different channels. And that makes it easy for me to shop around, compare deals, compare prices. And that means as a consumer, the opportunity to switch is higher than ever before.
Given this situation, how should retailers adapt to address such challenges?
I would say the first one is overall is to not just be a place of purchase, but to really be partners for consumers and shoppers in terms of everyday value. The first thing I would mention is around being data-driven and consumer-centric. Retailers have to use the analytics and the data that's available to them, not only to measure transactions, but to really understand deeply consumer shopping missions, motivations. And this can be a mix of both first-party data, which could come from loyalty card applications, but also third-party data to understand what their shoppers are doing in outside of their retail. Secondly, mission-based purchasing. So I think it's really important that we understand what kind of shopping mission the consumer is on at any given time, and that will unlock relevance. If as a retailer, I understand why consumers are out at a certain moment, I am able to change my store in terms of my distribution, in terms of my availability of products, and my in-store activations in order to win and be relevant at that moment. And the third point around personalized value delivery. So this means this could be personalized promotions, vouchers to get people into store, and also smart product recommendations via the algorithm online. And that needs to be seamless. So whether I am online or offline or somewhere in the middle, I need to have a consistent feeling and a consistent experience shopping with that retailer.
So that's for now. But how about for the future? Are there any future trends in e-commerce that retailers should watch out for or even prepare for?
I think that everyone will be aware of platforms like TikTok, which is really transforming the way people discover products and buy products online. They blend entertainment with that real-time shopping experience. And that is really interesting for consumers, and retailers really need to engage with this kind of platform, have shoppable content, working with key KOLs and KOCs to be relevant in that space. The second one I would say is hyper personalization. So AI will allow retailers to be much more hyper personalized. That could be product recommendations, it could be dynamic pricing, it could be personalized emails, but essentially AI will allow retailers to almost treat every single customer uniquely and at scale. So investing in those AI tools is no longer an option for retailers, but it's really necessary to stay relevant in that digital arena. The third one I would mention is quick commerce. Our expectations of how quickly products will be delivered continues to decrease over time, and retailers have to consider that fulfillment, whether that's partnerships with logistics companies or opening more dark store networks. That speed of delivery will be a continued key driver in the future. And just yesterday, I saw an advert from Tesco, so one of the biggest UK retailers, offering their service called Tesco Whoosh, which is a rapid delivery service offering delivery, within up to 20 minutes of order. So that's the kind of thing that retailers need to watch out for. And the last one I would like to mention, although it's not a new thing, would be the continuing development of augmented reality and virtual reality. So they exist, but I would say not yet in the mainstream. But we can see examples where, I can imagine trying lipstick online, or something that I did yesterday, which was looking at a virtual sofa in a virtual room. And those immersive shopping experiences are going to allow for a more interesting experience. And I think the retailers who can embrace those trends and win in those moments will be the ones that are the most successful.
Thank you so much for the detailed pointers, Peter. Looking forward to having you back on the program.
Thank you very much.
Once again, that was Peter Christou, General Manager at Kantar Vietnam, Worldpanel Division. For more news, visit retailasia.com.